Welcome to Believe in the Dallas Cowboys, which, Jesse, I think we're on TV now sometimes.
Oh, yeah. What's up, TV world?
Yeah.
I got a face for TV.
Yeah, I'm hot too. I got this weird thing that's been going on for months, and every time I make an appointment, I realize I got stuff to do and I don't go. I need somebody to cut off this little part of my face that has this thing on it. But don't worry about that. Hi, everybody. Welcome. That's a great start for a TV show. Believe in the Dallas Cowboys. Hi, I'm Jeff. And that, of course, is my buddy, former Cowboys wide receiver, the great Jesse Holley.
Oh, Jesse Holley went 77 yards. It must be a reality show.
And we, of course, are brought to you by our friends at BetOnline.
Yeah.
Where, guess what? Football's back. You can head over to BetOnline, your number one information source for all your sports wagering info with all the up-to-the-minute stats, news, scores, and matchup breakdowns. We have something that might affect how you'd like to wager on this game that is happening right this second that we're going to get to here in just a second. Get the latest odds, spreads, totals from the NFL, college football right there at your fingertips with BetOnline's real-time updates on stats, news, and odds. They got you covered all the way from week one through the football playoff of the college and the Super Bowl. BetOnline. Use the promo code BELIEVE, BLEAV, to get 50% bonus on your first deposit. Hey, Jesse, Tyron's hurt, kind of, maybe. Hurt-ish. He's hurt-ish.
That's water's wet.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Swim.
He's listed as yeah, okay. Yep, got it. Yep. Tyron Smith is listed as questionable with a knee when we previewed, or we in the sense of me and other people. I wasn't talking to Jesse at the time, but when we previewed the game on the radio on Friday, it was the most boring game preview I've ever done because I just told them, I was like, guys, I wanted to give you like matchups to watch and all sorts of cool stuff. They suck.
There's nothing.
The Cardinals aren't good, so there's really not a lot to dig into unless the Cowboys just do really dumb, bad things. But one thing that could hurt is if your offensive line is bad. Tyron is now listed as questionable. Biotish, I believe, is listed as questionable, but he's going to play. I think they'll both play. But that is news, and news is worth reporting, by God. So you do have offensive linemen who are listed as questionable.
And don't forget about ankle injury with the governor. Zach Martin is dealing with an ankle injury. So you got ankle injury, hamstring injury. Tyler Smith's coming back, and the almost often injured Tyron Smith is now dealing with the knee. And to your point, thank goodness sake, when you look at what the Cardinals do, they don't have much. They give good effort. They give good effort. Shout out to KG for the super chat. Shout out to Marcus Hughes for the super chat. We love you. We sometimes in football, the only way other teams have a chance is if weird and wacky things happen. And this week is leading up to a weird and wacky situation. And I still don't believe that the Cardinals have enough to make this game even remotely interesting. I do. Even if Tyron doesn't play, if Biotish doesn't play, and if Zach Martin doesn't play, I still think they don't have enough. They have a lot of guys. They have my guy, Dennis Godek. He does the whole
Gardek? Yeah. Dude. He's the only guy I brought up in our whole preview. I was like, hey, last week, the real long-haired dude that was rushing the passer looked good. I didn't know his name until last week, but Dennis Gardek might have something. There's your Cardinals preview.
The thing for him is he doesn't even have anything. Like, he's a motor. Like, that's his. He has no rush moves. He doesn't have much power, doesn't have much speed. He's one of those guys, like, he's the Patrick Beverly of their defense. He's just a real effort guy. Like, he is a motor, and he would be really good surrounded by the likes of a guy like Micah Parsons. But he's not good enough to be the guy.
I would be good surrounded by Parsons, too.
It's very true. A lot of guys.
No, I wouldn't. No, that wouldn't be enough.
Micah Parsons. But, yeah, they're starting a rookie corner. I love rookie corners against CeeDee Lamb. That makes me football horny. And I even mentioned it. And, boy, the good people from the state of Virginia and the good people from Arizona, they were on my, you know what? They're like, oh, what are you talking about? He's going to be. I said, listen, guys, if you think number 13 can do what he did and line up one-on-one at times in the game.
Oh, I saw, yeah.
88. I'm like, please, Lord, if you ever heard a prayer of mine, hear this one. Let this young boy line up one-on-one with CeeDee Lamb and watch it be a long football day for that young man. Nothing against that kid. Don't know the kid. But if you think that you're going to be able to play that converted cover 6 that you guys try to run, or you try to run that cover 2, safety low, you're trying to get him back there in time, he ain't good enough. That ain't Buda Baker. Those guys, Wallace and company, they're not good enough. And then when you try to do your whole, one down lineman, stand guys up and, mug them up in the offensive line, and then, one-on-one, Dak will catch you. This is not Danny Dimes. Dak will catch you. And could Danny Dimes begin to catch you guys in the second half, then they want to pass things off defensively. Please, Lord, let them try those things against the Cowboys. And we're going to finally see what the fans have been asking for. They've been wanting a 300-yard game, 3-touchdown game. This is in the making of having one of those type football games for the Cowboys offensively.
That would be their 6th-round rookie, Kytrell Clark out of Louisville, sir, who I actually did like in the draft process. He's a fun player. But, I mean, I could go back to the Giants game where I was like, look, they're starting 2 rookie corners against the Cowboy receiver core. And you ended up being short. No, you didn't. That was game 2.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, starting rookie, I don't care. Like, Deontay Banks was a first-rounder, and I was like, CeeDee's going to eat him.
You got lucky in New York because of the massive weather that you
got. Yeah.
You got lucky with.
Yeah,
no, lucky with this one.
It is a very, 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 very rare rookie corner where you're going to feel good about him going up against a superstar wide receiver. Like Sauce did it against some guys, and he's really, really good. But the list of rookie corners that you're going to feel good going up against a great wide receiver is very, 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 very short. And I don't think he's on it. Yeah. So the Cowboys offense, I think, won't have a problem. It just depends. Like, sure, in theory, if Tyler Biadasz couldn't play and Tyron Smith couldn't play, then we could draw up something where it's like, oh, that could be bad. Biadasz, I don't even know who his backup is. He doesn't have one. You had to go ask.
Is it Matt Forniak?
He ain't even here no more. He got cut.
Oh,
is he on the practice?
No, Forniak's on the practice squad.
Okay, they got one on the practice squad. Then,
he's on the practice squad. He's on the practice squad.
Okay, because I was like, I don't know that Chuma Edoga, Asim Richards, or TJ Bass, for some reason, looking at TJ Bass, I'm like, he might have snapped a football before, but I don't know that any of those 3 have ever snapped a football before. Yeah. I do want to address the super chat men that you addressed and thanked with their questions. KG said, hey guys, or my guys, how we doing? Trayvon injury going to cost us a Super Bowl?
No.
I hope that this year isn't a what if year. I agree that it's not, but it's definitely not a nothing. I don't think losing any non-quarterback should be enough to cost you a Super Bowl. But I do remember when the Cowboys lost Anthony Brown a year ago. We can say what we want about Dan Quinn being the best thing ever, but they ran out of guys who could cover, and they went from a very good pass defense to a bad pass defense as soon as they lost Anthony Brown, and everybody tells me he sucked anyway. So you had to make this work, but I do think they're better equipped to make this work this year than they were last year.
They're absolutely way better equipped to make this work this year. And I do believe injury creates opportunity. And I was thinking about it the other day. And I know that Diggs is all world. And a lot of times in this league, not most of the time, but a lot of times in this league, opportunity presents itself and we find out that we have players, and not just for this team, across the board. I like DaRon Bland a lot. I do. And I got to thinking about it. And am I saying that he is Trayvon Diggs? No, I'm not saying that. But I'm looking at a guy in Trayvon Diggs who in year 3 in the National Football League, in 2 years at Alabama, I mean, he's 5 years at this position, which is remarkable. To a guy like DaRon Bland, who has been playing this position his entire life. So we're talking about skill set. Yes, one may be superior than the other, but I think it's more like the gap to me is more manhole, less Grand Canyon, if that makes any sense. Like, I don't think it's just this massive, quiet as it's kept, guys. DaRon Bland led the Cowboys in interceptions last year. He is a ball hawk. When the ball's in the air, he is as ball hawkish as, to me, as Trayvon Diggs. funny little stat. Since Trayvon Diggs has come into the league, he has led the league in interceptions, totality, right? Well, since Deron Bland has come into the league, he has led the league in interceptions. So I'm like, I do believe what you have in the safety group, adding Donovan Wilson back into the mix, Jaron Kearse, Malik Hooker, and then you still got other guys that you can rotate in there. Jordan Lewis goes in the slot. You now have on the other side, you have a more than reliable corner in Stephon Gilmore. And the way this pass rush is getting after the quarterback up front. And you have two games where you're not truly worried about a receiver truly taking off on you with the Cardinals and the Patriots to get those reps in. But boy, I believe Dan Quinn can also scheme this thing up as well. I think that you can find ways where you're not just leaving a guy out there booty butt ball naked to be destroyed. And I don't think even if you had opportunities where you had to line Deron Bland up there booty butt ball naked, that he can hold his own. So I don't think it tampers, or really doom and gloom Super Bowl opportunities. It is a thing. But again, my perspective on it all is more manhole, less Grand Canyon of a gap.
Yeah, I know the first thing they're going to do. We know the first thing they're going to do. The first thing they're going to do is they're going to put Jordan Lewis in the slot where he's always played, move Deron Bland outside. And when they put Izzy in the slot in the Tampa Bay game, like that worked pretty well. So I think Dan Quinn can kind of figure it out. The only thing I worry about now is you are now on the precipice at corner. One more?
Well, that's a different story.
Because one more involves either Noah Igbenogany, or if it happens in a couple of weeks, Nashawn Wright or Eric Scott.
You lose Gilmore, you lose Bland. You pick up the phone.
Yeah,
you pick up the phone and you start seeing, hey, you know what? We got some looking around to do. That's what I say. I don't know if I trust Izzy or Iggy.
Hell, that might be my answer. Is look, Izzy played corner at South Carolina. Just make him a corner. But I do not trust one more corner on the depth chart. You were at the end.
I would not feel comfortable lining up Izzy against the San Francisco 49ers in Week 5.
Let me think. No, Ayuk's too good a separator. You go out there and wrestle Debo if you want to.
You're gonna lose.
Well,
if we're talking about wrestling, you're gonna lose. You're gonna lose.
So will everybody else, though. That dude's an animal. Did you see? I saw Debo Samuel in his last game had 6 broken tackles, and no wide receiver in the NFL has more than 5 in their 2 or 3 games. Whoever's played 3 games. Debo's man.
When I look at Debo, like when you look at him post game, like he smiled, he has dimples, like he has dimples and looks like, and then he puts the uniform on and he really becomes a bully. They even have Christian McCaffrey acting like he's a bully.
Yeah, because of Debo, I think.
I'm like, golly.
Debo, when they throw incomplete, he then ducks his shoulder and destroys a safety. Like they're used to getting to hit the receiver right after the ball hits the ground, and he turns his head. Bow! Debo's fun. Marcus is going to his first Cowboys home game, Week 4 against the fighting Zeke Elliott's. That'll be fun. They suck too. Or they at least kind of suck. I think the Patriots at least kind of suck. But the Patriots at least will get to talk about Bill Belichick and like what's he going to do, because Bill Belichick does tend to do a good job of being like, okay, what can I show these guys that maybe they haven't seen that can help me force them to do what I want them to do. Like Bill Belichick can at least come up with a cool game plan. The Cardinals suck. So my preview of the Cardinal game is 12.5 is a big number, and I don't even care. The Cowboys are going to beat their ass. It's just a matter of how much they want to beat their ass.
The same thing will happen with the Cardinals that'll happen with the Patriots. You can have whatever game plan you want. Whatever game plan.
You don't have enough.
You don't have you can have all the X's and O's your heart desires. You got no Jimmys and Joes, those X and O's just don't work the same. When you got Tom Brady and other guys and Grunts, you have some X factors in there, that matters. Like the days of you just being able to line up anybody and you don't have Tom and you don't have those other X factors makes life very difficult. And, God bless Joshua Dobbs. God bless James Conner. Those guys, you can tell those 2 guys are looking at it saying, you know what, I am trying to keep a job in this league, so I'm going to put out there and tape. And while the organization may be organically tanking, I'm going to try really hard because my employment goes a lot longer than this. I hope it does. So those guys aren't quite on the same page as everyone else. But trust and believe. They get down 14 points early in this football game. You can pack it up. You can pack it what they call the toaster. You can pack it up. Toaster strudel. Get them up out of there.
Yep. Get ready. Tank Fest 2023. Cowboys get to be a part of it tomorrow. Yep. It's gonna be great. So there you go. There's a real in-depth Cowboys Cardinals preview. Keep a sharp eye on these matchups. They don't got a lot, man. They don't got a lot. Don't let Hollywood Brown or Rondale Moore get loose for 80-yard touchdowns, and you're going to win by double digits. The end. Thanks for stopping by.
This is the next step in the uncovering of what the Cowboys offense will look like. You're going to see some of those down the field passes. You're going to see when you watch the film, right? They try to do a lot of this passing things across, and they don't do a really good job at it, like just passing routes off to other guys in different zones. I'm willing to bet my lunch money that you're going to see some of those deep overs that I love. You're going to see some of those deep overs where Brandon Cooks runs really, really hard one way and comes back out for the sail route. You're going to see a couple of those. You're going to see a couple of those pick routes. You're going to see the things where this offense opens up some. You're going to see a couple more 20-plus yard completions in this game because of the way that they play defense. And they try to pass guys off. They just don't have the guys to do it. They just don't. They just do not have the dudes. Even their line up front, Carlos Watkins, who we know he's not playing. He's out with I think it's bicep or something like that, chest or something, chest or bi, whatever.
He broke himself, yeah.
Yeah, and even those guys up front, they don't even do a lot of coming forward. They're more of a kind of engage, and I'm kind of like looking to a way to kind of find it and hope we can hold it up and let my boy Dennis, I do want to see him at least get one sack, but like in the fourth quarter with Cooper Rush. So
just because he has long hair, we like Dennis Gardeck because he tries hard. He looks like Conan.
I like the celebration dance.
Okay,
he might even try to take a shot at Micah if he gets one early. He might try to do the little whole lion thing and then get up and do the whole, which I'm for. I like that. I like that jump.
Okay, well, that's it. We'll be back. We're going to be back next week we'll be back next week to talk about how the Cowboys comfortably beat the Cardinals, and then we'll get ready for the next one because this one is going to be a nice, comfortable viewing experience. I hope everyone enjoys their Sunday.
Yeah.
And remember that you have no idea what anyone's going through, so be cool to everyone. We love you. Be easy.